finish. This year we have the Daf Yomi finishing perfectly. So Masechet Sanhedrin will be the Siyum. Actually, the real Siyum is today for the Daf Yomi. But according to the Halakha, you are allowed to learn today and to learn tomorrow. Okay? You know, I heard a very interesting question when it comes to the Agadah. We start the Agadah with Ha-Lahma Aniyah. נכון? Ha-Lahma Aniyah de'achalua matanu be'ara de'Mitzrayim. This is the bread of poor, right? That our forefathers had in Mitzrayim. And then we say, Kol dichfin yeteh v'yechol. Kol ditzrich yeteh v'yifsach. Which means, in 2 words, we are inviting people. Whoever wants to, come and join us and eat with us, and tfadalu. Who we're trying to fool? Women. You come to the night of the Leila Seder. The door is closed. Some they have a minhag to actually open up the door at that point, but nobody's gonna come. You don't go out to the streets. Rabotai, there is anybody? No. You're sitting down in your chair and you say, Kol dichfin yeteh v'yechol. What about Chesed? What about Chesed? Now you remember to invite people? Habibi, if you really wanted to invite people, you go 2 weeks before. The last day, everybody's already set up. Right? So how come when it comes to the Agadah, we say Al-Rahmani? Now it's weird. Why it's weird? Because we say the Al-Rahmani not even when we started the Seudah. The Agadah, right? It's after Kiddush, after Karpas, right? So you already started the Kiddush. Now you invite. If let's say that right now you want to invite, okay, so do it before Kiddush. Don't do it now. I actually heard that there was a minhag back in the days that they used to open up the doors, and since they were living in houses, not in buildings, right? So they were saying Al-Lahma Aniyah out loud to the people that are in the street. But again, the question is why at the beginning of the Agadah? Why not at the beginning of the Kiddush, before the Kiddush starts? So I heard one Perush that says like this. The mitzvah of the Achnasat Orchim, of inviting people, it's not the actual invitation. The Gemara writes that a person who invited somebody and towards the end of the Seudah, it doesn't walk out with him, כאילו שופך דמים. It's like you kill the guy. Why like you kill the guy? When I invite somebody to my house, this fellow doesn't know if I'm happy that he's here, if I'm happy how he behaves, if I'm happy how much he eats. So when the whole Seudah finishes, I come over and I tell him, you know what, let me walk with you. And I tell him the truth was unbelievable. I was so happy that he came. It's called Mitzvat Levaya. Right? Mitzvat Levaya. Chazal is saying the Mitzvat Levaya is the highest point of Mitzvat Achnasat Orchim. If you didn't walk with the guests 4 amot, 2 meters outside your house, you lost the main mitzvah of Achnasat Orchim. So we see that the concept of inviting, it's not the main mitzvah. The concept is to give a good feeling to the one who you're inviting. That's why the halachma aniyah does not go on the people outside. It goes on the people that you have already in home. It goes on the people that you are inviting already, that they're here around you. And you tell them, please feel free. Whatever you need, just ask. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Giving that feeling, that's the main mitzvah of Achnasat Orchim. Huh? 2 meters. I don't know in feet. 6 feet? 6 feet. But Rabotai, my question is still here. What's the connection in between this beautiful idea of Achnasat Orchim and Pesach? It's very nice. We want to give a whole musar on how important it is to invite people. That's fantastic. But what's the connection? Achnasat Orchim with Pesach. Pesach. So we spoke a couple of days ago that Pesach is related to Avraham Avinu. You remember? And Avraham Avinu, we know that his main mitzvah was Chesed and Achnasat Orchim, and his tent that was open in the four directions to invite every single day, every single person. It says, Vaita Eshel. Right? What's Eshel? Eshel is Rashi Tevot Achila, Shtiya, Lina. According to the explanation that I just told you, Achila, Shtiya, Levaya. Walk out with the guests. But what's the connection in between Pesach and Achnasat Orchim? My dear friends, Chazal is saying that the main point of Pesach was the Emuna. And the Emunah that we had on HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the moments of darkness, that was the light that took us out from Egypt. But before that light came out, we had to do a Korban Pesach. And the Korban Pesach was a Mishpechotam Lebet Avotam, not only in between the family, in groups. We mentioned the famous Gemara Masechet Pesachim, that a person cannot do Korban Pesach by yourself. You must be part of a group. How much is a group? There is a whole discussion. 2 people can be also considered a group, but alone, you cannot do Pesach. Why? Why I cannot do Pesach? What's the connection? Ma kesher. The connection is that Pesach, my dear friends, is Emuna. Emuna, the Borei Olam, is our creator. If you believe that, how can you eat without taking care of your brother? How can you eat without taking care of the rest of the creations of Borei Olam? Emuna is not only the fact that I believe that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world and He exists. Emuna is to live it. If you're not living it, how do you live it? If you believe that Borei Olam created you and me and each one in this room, so I have to love you even if I don't know you, just because you're the creation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And I have to take care of you just because you're the creation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Emunah is a living concept. To live every single day with Emunah means to act according to Emunah. So the night of the Leila said that before we start talking about Yetziat Mitzrayim, we have to create that recipient. The recipient is, first of all, we're all connected. First of all, I have to take care of each one of us. That's why there is a special mitzvah when it comes to Pesach called Kimcha de Pischa before. Right? What's Kimcha de Pischa? Giving money or food for the needies. Dafka on Pesach. Interesting. On Purim, they tell us a limit. How much? I don't know, $10 per 4 people. You give 2, right? $20 in total. Very nice. On Pesach, there is no limit. Give, take care of the people. Go around, check if there is somebody in the shul that maybe, he just moved in, or he doesn't have family, or he's in a certain situation. Go and approach those people. Why? You cannot get the Emuna, the Koach of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, without you first doing the step. And that step is Chol Achnasat Orchim. I'm just finished with this. There was, many years ago, a family that was planning to have Pesach with all the family. There were over, 40, 50 people. Talking a large family. That year, the grandmother passed away. So all the brothers decided with their kids to do a special Leila Seder, everybody together. They said, okay, we're going to go to the house of this one. And one of the sisters, she prepared most of the food. It was fantastic. Everybody was getting ready. The lady that prepared the food says to her husband, listen, we're going to have too much of a stress. I have to take all of the food with me in the car. You take the bus with the rest of the kids. Go to the place. And then I'll go with the oldest boy. He's going to help me to put everything inside the car and to drive to my sister's house. The lady puts all the food inside. They start traveling. My dear friends, there was a car accident, I don't know where. The whole highway was stuck. I'm just going to finish with this quickly. To make the long story short, 2 hours and it was barely moving. Until they said, that's it. She called up her husband, what to do? Says, listen, here's Yom Tov. Go take the first exit. Find yourself a place. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. It's Mishamayim, Borei Olam, I don't know what's his plans. Chalasna. We'll manage the food. We'll see what happens. Rabotai, what happened was the lady and her husband and her son, they get out in the first exit. Everybody was Erev Chag already. They see a boy running out. Now they need a place. They have food. They just need a place where to eat. So the boy approaches this Bahur passing by and he says, listen, we got everything and food and everything. If you don't mind, we just need a place where to sleep and we'll eat on the side. So the guy was in shock and he says, okay, give me 5 minutes, please. He runs to his house. He comes out and he says, please, it will be an honor for us to have you with us. Rabotai, this lady were with her son, came inside that family. When the night of the Leila Seder started, they see that the table is empty. Barely one matzah box and one bottle of cup of wine. I'm sorry. That's it. I said, okay, maybe they have everything in the kitchen. Nothing was coming out. No smells, no nothing. Rabotai, obviously this lady said, I have all of this food, please eat with us. What was the story? This family, the man used to have his business. Unfortunately, his business went out. He was embarrassed to ask for money. It was embarrassed, he never did so. Him and his wife, they stood next to the candles of Yom Tov, crying. He said, Borei Olam, send us a miracle. Send us a miracle. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu already planned from before. We have the obligation. You want to have HaKadosh Baruch Hu in your table? You must. Number one, to look around and take care of the people that are needing. If there is any family in the community that is new, you should be the one who invited them. If there is somebody that you see that is a little bit lost, approach the guy. Once you act that way, you're acting with Emuna, you're creating the recipient to get a beracha on Pesach. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, amen ve'amen. Rabbi Hananeh ben Agusha omer Atzai, v'adosh baruch hu lezavodot Yisrael lefichach.